Okay, next tutorial. This time I'm meant to be dressed up as one of my own demonic creations. One of those ones where I just sit down and make it up as I go along. So I hope it's okay. I kind of started out with inspiration from Cabin in the Woods, like the ballerina with the whole teeth around her face, which is another makeup tutorial I need to do at some point. But then I just went a little bit crazy with it, so I hope you like the outcome. It's just one of those makeups where I had a small idea of the mouth and I kind of went with it and just had a lot of fun, really. So if you'd like to learn how to recreate this makeup, stay tuned. So before we start, I want to point out I'm going to be making this up as I go along, which could be a bad thing, could be a good thing, we never know. That's the fun of it. So before I get this spooky ball rolling, I want to talk to you guys about the teeth that I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to be using something that I don't think I've used on this channel before. I've had it for a long time and I've used it in projects off camera, but I'm going to be using something called thermoplastic. This one's from a company called Fantastic Plastic. They're just little plastic beads that once you apply, say, boiling water to it, you can mould them into any shape you like. So for this particular look, I made some fake teeth. So they're nothing particularly special, but I made these little guys. So I've made them in about 4 different shapes, so obviously bigger to smaller, just so I can stick them on my face and have something more three-dimensional than, say, painting it on. Usually for something like this, I would use fake nails like I usually do, but I thought I'd like to try something different. It's always nice to try and switch things up a bit. So the effect I'm going for is kind of Cabin in the Woods, the little ballerina girl, so like the whole teeth going around, except for rather than going around my face, I'm going to have them going out on the bottom half of my face so I can do something around my eyes. So to stick them down to my face, I'm going to need a nice base first. So the base I'm going to be using is liquid latex. Just because I found that whenever I apply a prosthetic adhesive, it really adheres nicely to latex. So I'm going to take a sponge and apply liquid latex in the entire area that I want to apply these teeth. It shouldn't take too many coats, but I'm going to do about 3, maybe 4, just so the teeth have something really nice to adhere to. So then, as this last layer is drying, I'm going to take some spirit gum, apply that to the back of each of these teeth that I've made. I've made them all so the base is completely flat and then it comes upwards, just so when I stick it down to my face it's going to overlap. And then the idea is to hold it in place for a few seconds till it's dry and then have it so that the bigger teeth are in the middle and they all get smaller as they go to the top. Okie dokie, so I may have got a little bit carried away, but you get the idea. So then I'm just going to take some more liquid latex and a cotton bud, and I'm just going to apply some latex going in between each tooth just to make sure it's extra secure. Then, whilst all that's drying, I'm going to block out both my eyebrows, so I'll pop a link on the screen up there and in the description bar below. That video will take you straight to a video that I did a little while ago that will teach you how to block out your eyebrows, just so I don't have to do it in this video to make things go a little bit quicker. So I'm going to block them out and we'll go from there. It's a good thing to note that when you block your eyebrows out, make sure to do a final layer of spirit gum just so it's completely safe to go over them with latex, which is going to be the next step. So I'm going to take my sponge and some liquid latex and cover this entire area here for about 4 coats. Then I'm going to take some regular tissue paper that I've already separated, so I've got the thinner strips, and working in tiny pieces at a time, I can apply some latex in a small area, then press that tissue down, then cover that. Now the reason for that is it's going to build up the entire area so that I can make it look like a very furrowed brow, just to go with these teeth. So I'm going to work in a V shape for about 7 coats of this, latex and tissue, then another latex and tissue, etc., making sure it's particularly thin on the outside edges. So when everything's nice and dry, it should look something like this. So nice and sufficiently angry. Then for the foundation, I'm going to do something that's relatively similar to my own natural skin tone, but I'm going to make it a little bit paler. So the first colour I'm going to use is by Superstar, and this is in Ivory. And I'm just going to spackle that watercolour all in this area here, just so I can blend off that latex. Then I'm going to take a Superstar white watercolour and do exactly the same again, just spackling the colour all around the face. Then I'm going to take a Superstar black watercolour, and with that I'm going to colour underneath these fake teeth. I'm going to go over my lips and then blend, not completely colour it, I'm going to blend that colour all the way out underneath around this shape here, so it's going to be particularly dark in the middle, and then I'm going to fade it out with less and less colour as it gets to the edges here. That's just so it makes it look like the mouth underneath is a lot wider. Okay, so it doesn't need to be neat at this point, it just needs to be a really dark point in the middle. So then I'm going to take my favourite fake blood at the moment, which is Superstar Fake Blood in Dark, and I'm going to apply that going around each of these teeth. It'll also help to spackle the blood around each tooth as well, just so it doesn't look so neat. Because the look I'm going for isn't like it's going to be a proper mouth, it's more like the teeth are protruding out of the face, which is why I haven't drawn a lip line. So I'm just going to go do that now. So yeah, nice and bloody. Then I'm going to take a Makeup Forever Flash palette, and using the black cream from that palette, I'm going to colour my eyelids and underneath my eye. I'm not going to blend it out just yet though. Then I'm just going to take a new brush with no colour on it at all, and I'm just going to blend that colour downwards and outwards. I'm not going to go up at all because I want that harsh line to accentuate the angry brow. So the point is going to be to blend it as far as you like until the colour just fades off. Then, taking the red cream from that palette, I'm going to go just in the corner of my eye and then sweep the colour across, just to add a tiny bit of colour in there. So it just makes it look a bit more bruised, a little bit more sore, but still being theatrical. Then I can take my MAC Fluid Line in Black Track, which is a cream that's safe for the waterline of your eyes. And with that, I'm just going to go on the bottom and top of my waterlines. Then I just need to copy that on this side. Then, taking the black cream again, I'm going to just go around my temples and then blend that colour away from my face. It just makes the face look a little bit more skeletal and demonic. So when you're doing this kind of effect, when you're making your temples really stand out, it does help to have a really crisp line just on the inside, so it fades outwards, and it does help as well to have it really dark at the edge so it fades back. So the point is it's meant to be a shadow, so there's a ridge. Then with a super sharp angle brush and the black cream again, I'm going to draw a few lines going down the nose, starting at the corner of my eyes and then pulling them down my nose. That way it'll look like kind of a snarl effect. It'll just help to emphasise the angry brow. And I'm also going to go around my nose as well, just a tiny bit, and then blend that out just to add a bit more character in there to make it look a little less plain. So yeah, it just helps add to the overall look. So I think I might stop for now because if I add too much it might detract from the mouth. So I'm going to finish the look off by popping in some contact lenses and popping on a costume, and we'll see what we've got. And there we go, that's my look, officially complete. So I finished the look off by popping in 2 Scalera contact lenses that I got from scaleraxl.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below. I popped on a costume that I've had for a very long time that I got from buycostumes.com. I have used this costume a few times in the past in different tutorials. I just really love it. It's just a really cool straitjacket that's covered in blood. I don't know, something about it just makes me happy. And I know I don't do it very often, but this time I decided to use my own hair. I just sprayed the sides of my hair with black hairspray and then popped the rest of it up. It's completely up to you guys what you do. I thought it might just be interesting to have that kind of human aspect of it, so it's like a regular person and this kind of demon is coming through. Thought it could be fun. But yeah, so that's my makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I always have a lot of fun whenever I make this kind of makeup up on the spot, so I hope it's okay. If you like this video, please make sure to, the usual, like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye guys!